Hello and a very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Rakshita Mishra, and let's take a quick look at all the headlines that we've got for you in this edition of the show. It's for the first time you see the bar associations across India having united against the top court, and they are demanding judicial accountability. Let there be no one above law, not even the judges. This is a demand that is only growing louder. Also on the show, viewers, it's a big update in the Disha Salian case. Republic TV asking the questions for 5 years, and now this case is exploding. Big allegations by Disha Salian's father's lawyer, Nilesh Ojha, against Aaditya Thackeray, and also the demand for probing Parambir Singh's role is also gathering steam. Also, we get to you how it's day 3 of the anti-terror operations, the mega operations in Kathua. The fight to flush out the terrorists continues. There is no end, meanwhile, to the political turmoil in Bangladesh. Muhammad Yunus is now losing his grip on the government. There are talks of a reverse coup. We'll tell you more about that. And a YouTuber in Chennai has been attacked. Sewage waste has been thrown inside his house. His mother and him have been threatened. His elderly mother has been threatened, and he has blamed the Tamil Nadu Congress for it. We'll tell you more on that. The last story that we're tracking for you is how the self-styled godman, the fraud man Nityananda, back in the news. He has scammed the people of Bolivia, the tribals, the indigenous people of Bolivia. But we start with the biggest story of the day. We are tracking the row over the burn cash that was found in Delhi High Court. Delhi High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Verma's official residence continues to escalate. And in the latest, we have the Allahabad High Court Bar Association launching an indefinite strike outside the Allahabad High Court, demanding the impeachment of Justice Yashwant Verma. They are also pressing for an FIR to be filed against Justice Verma. Now, this is something, viewers, the nation has not really seen before. The chorus to bring accountability in the judicial system is growing louder. The ongoing protests coming in against Supreme Court Collegium's order to transfer, to repatriate Justice Verma to the Allahabad High Court. The president of the Allahabad Bar Association has said that the repatriation of Justice Verma to his home court is not a punishment but a price. And we'll be joined shortly by him as well. First, let's take a listen into what Mr. Tiwari had to say during the protest.
जिस दिन ये खबर बाहर आई थी कि यशवंत वर्मा के ऑफिशियल रेसिडेंस न्यू दिल्ली में अनअकाउंटेड पाइल ऑफ कैश वाज फाउंड, उस दिन ये स्टेटमेंट दिया गया था कि ट्रांसफ़र किया जा रहा है. बहुत इस चीज़ को क्वेश्चन करने के बाद सुप्रीम कोर्ट का दूसरा स्टेटमेंट आया कि ये ट्रांसफ़र इस केस से रिलेटेड नहीं है, और उसके ये ट्रांसफ़र किस लिए हो रहा है उसके डिटेल्स भी अभी आउट नहीं किए गए. व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से अबाउट दैट?
यही तो शिकायत है हमारी कि डिटेल्स क्यों नहीं आउट किए जा रहे हैं. क्या पब्लिक को यह जानने का हक नहीं है कि व्हाट आर द रीजंस? क्या पब्लिक को यह जानने का नहीं हक है कि एक जज जो 14 तारीख से लेकर आज 25 तारीख है अपने टेंट से बाहर नहीं आ पाया, अपने दाग से बाहर नहीं आ सकता है, पब्लिक का विश्वास तोड़ चुका है, उसका ट्रांसफर और क्या आधार हो सकता है उसको यहाँ भेजने का? वाई ही इज नॉट फिट फॉर दिल्ली हाई कोर्ट? वाई ही इज नॉट फिट? वाई द जुडिशियल वर्क हैज बीन टेकन फ्रॉम हिम? Because he is a tainted man. Therefore, there is no excuse at all. Just if the system says that it is not unconnected with this cash recovery case, we are not going to rely on that statement of the system. System is absolutely incorrect at this stage.
Sir, if we talk about this particular case of transferring Yashwant Verma to his parent court, which happens to be the Allahabad High Court.
घर वापसी का इनाम है. ये घर वापसी का इनाम है. कौन नहीं चाहता घर में वापस आना? ये घर वापसी का इनाम दिया जा रहा है. जो कैश बरामद हुआ उसके पाइल्स कहाँ हैं? जली हुई राख कहाँ है? ये बात सामने आनी चाहिए कि अगर यशवंत जी को इस कैश के बारे में नहीं पता तो उस हाई सिक्योरिटी जोन में, लुटियंस एरिया में, वीआईपी एरिया में सैकड़ों पुलिस वालों के बीच में ये कैश उड़ के आए थे क्या?
सर, जो फर्स्ट डे 21 मार्च को ये सर्कुलर में अनाउंस किया गया था सुप्रीम कोर्ट कॉलेजियम के एंड से कि ही विल बी ट्रांसफर टू द पेरेंट कोर्ट, उस दिन आपका एक सर्कुलर आया था जिसमें बोला गया था कि इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट इज नॉट अ ट्रैश बिन एंड यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू एक्सेप्ट द ट्रांसफर. नाउ अगेन yesterday the collegium again went ahead.
It means since the system has the primacy, system is the final word. Under the constitution, system was never.
So this scandal, viewers, has emerged as one of the biggest cases in the biggest scandal that to hit Indian judiciary in the recent time, jeopardizing not just the faith of the people in the justice system, but also raising questions, stark questions as to the response of the courts in cases involving the practitioners of justice and law, viewers. In fact, this repatriation is being called as reward. We have Mr. Anil Tiwari, the President of Allahabad High Court Bar Association. Sir, thank you so much for coming on Republic TV once again, sir. You've been very vehement in your demands. You have said that the faith has been shattered, and you are saying that this repatriation decision is like a reward. And how do you see this, and what are your demands, if you could tell our viewers once again?
Look here, firstly I will say that my demand is not in vehemence. My demand is from the core of heart. My demand is from the core of heart. That is why I say that it is with vehemence. It's the core of heart. And I'm not demanding anything for the lawyers. I'm demanding everything for the people of India. The people of India, most of them are living in rural areas who have great faith in the system of judicial, in our judicial. They have great faith. I have been practicing since long, but at this age, I'm not ready to hand over my this profession to my family members. I'm not ready. I can't say them that go and purchase justice. I can't say them. If this is the scene, this is the scene, the faith of the people will go. And if the faith of people has gone, entire judiciary has gone, nation has gone. They will be searching the mafia courts in city around, and we will be getting justice by paying money to mafias. Do you want that this kind of situation may come in Hindustan? Do you whether our forefathers who have made this constitution, who have made this country a great country, whether you want to see that situation?
Yes, sir.
Now the trees, I say this what word I use? Inside attack judiciary. Inside attack on judiciary. This is inside attack on judiciary when this corrupt machinery is saving a corrupt judge.
Well,
I have no faith.
Yes, sir. It's a very, very, very strong statement coming in, calling it an inside attack, sir. Also, very quickly, I want to understand from you how you see justice, how do you see the Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar's comments, as he has once again fueled the debate on the NJAC, the NJAC, and also slammed at how the collegians is on the Supreme Court over sidestepping this NJAC system, sir. What do you have to say on that?
Firstly, I will say thanks to Dhankarji. I will say thanks to Government of India who have heard our appeal. We have been appealing, we have been making appeals since 2-3 days for Government of India to intervene. Because now it is the very good time, correct time to revisit the collegium system.
Right,
and
sir.
Therefore say that NJC like bill should come forward and government should come forward to protect us from this inside attack.
Right, sir. Mr. Tiwari, thank you so much for joining us with your response on the story. Of course, the fight for more transparency and accountability continues, viewers. Also, the big story, the fight for justice for Disha Salian. 5 years on, the demand continues around the mysterious murder case. And now Satish Salian, the father of Disha Salian, who was the former manager of actor Sushant Singh Rajput, she met the Mumbai Police Commissioner Vivek Pansalkar today, and he has made some explosive allegations. He has sought a fresh investigation into his daughter's death, and also said that he has made big allegations against Aaditya Thackeray, and also has sought probe against Parambir Singh. We have Nilesh Ojha, who is the lawyer of Disha Salian's father, joining us live. Mr. Ojha, you have made some very big allegations, big claims in that recently concluded press conference in Mumbai. Sir, you have spoken about Aaditya Thackeray, you've spoken about how the father is demanding probe against Parambir Singh. Sir, could you please elaborate and shed some more light on that?
There are two sets of allegations. One is crime committed by that Aaditya Thackeray, Dino Moria, Suraj Pancholi and Aaditya Thackeray's bodyguards. That was gang rape and murder. Second set of allegation is the cover up. और उस कवर अप की कॉन्स्पिरेसी में देयर इज उद्धव ठाकरे, परमवीर सिंह, सचिन वाजे एंड अदर्स. Even for some extent Anil Deshmukh is also there. So these are the second set of allegation. Or there are direct proofs proving dishonesty of that Parambir Singh.
Right. And sir, you have also said that there has been a cover-up. Disha Salian's father is saying that Parambir Singh must be probed, that he is behind the entire cover-up. Sir, you've also spoken about Aaditya Thackeray and some other names you've also taken. So if you could elaborate on the roles that are being pointed out in your case, in the complaint that you filed.
जब ये हुआ था, मतलब दिशा सालियन का डेथ हुआ था, आफ्टर डेथ ऑफ सुशांत सिंह राजपूत, देयर वर मेनी एलिगेशंस, काउंटर एलिगेशंस कि आदित्य ठाकरे वहां था, उन्होंने गैंग रेप किया, ये सब आरोप लग रहे थे नारायण राणे जी, नीतीश राणे जी, सबके तरफ से. तब परमवीर सिंह ने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस किया फॉर कवर अप, ये बताने के लिए कि हमने पूरा वेरीफाई कर लिया है, सीसीटीवी वगैरह, वहां कोई लीडर नहीं था, मतलब पॉलिटिकल पर्सनालिटी लाइक आदित्य ठाकरे वगैरह कोई नहीं था. दिशा घर में अंदर गई है और बाद में सीधा उसका डेड बॉडी आया है, मतलब 4 तारीख को गई है और 8 तारीख को उसका डेड बॉडी आया है. ये उनका ऑन रिकॉर्ड सबमिशन है. दिस वर्जन इज फॉल्सिफाइड. फर्स्ट आई विटनेस का वर्जन है, सेकंड मोबाइल टावर लोकेशन है ये आरोपियों के, थर्ड इसमें ये जो है अपने खुद उद्धव ठाकरे गुट के स्पोक्स पर्सन किशोर तिवारी, इन्होंने कई चैनल्स पे भी एडमिट किया कि यस 8 जून को जब दिशा का डेथ हुआ उस दिन आदित्य ठाकरे वहां पर था.
ओके.
वो वहां से जाने के बाद में वो उसमें फंस सकता था, तो इसलिए हमने पुलिस को रिसोर्सेस को मैनेज करके उसको बचाया. ये ऑन रिकॉर्ड स्टेटमेंट है उनके स्पोक्स पर्सन का.
राइट.
तो ये सब चीजें
जी
प्रूव करती है कि ये जो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस लिया था ये अक्यूज को सेव करने के लिए लिया था. लेकिन देयर इज वन मोर क्रूशियल एविडेंस.
ओके.
दैट वी सॉट इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफ दैट. वो जो है कि वन इज ट्यूब इनटू फ्रेंड ऑफ दिशा सालियन. उन्होंने अपने ट्विटर पे, एक्स पे कुछ पोस्ट किए थे.
ओके.
और उस पोस्ट के बाद में उनका मर्डर हो गया या वो गायब हो गए, वो एक अलग चीज है, वो अलग इन्वेस्टिगेशन है. बट उस ट्विटर पे उन्होंने जो लिखा है कि 7 जून को जो पार्टी हुई थी हरे रामकृष्ण बंगलो ऑफ एकता कपूर एंड वो जो भी है, उस पार्टी में परमवीर सिंह, आदित्य ठाकरे, दिशा सालियन, वैसा सुशांत सिंह राजपूत और अदर लोग ये जो थे ये प्रेजेंट थे वहां पर. और वहां पर जो हुआ भूमि या कुछ अर्थ एनजीओ का उन्होंने अपने ट्विटर में लिखा है कि वहां से छोटे छोटे बच्चे लाए गए, उनके साथ में जो गलत काम हुआ, ड्रग्स का हुआ, और वहां पर जो कुछ चीज हुई वो कारण बनी दिशा के मर्डर का. तो उन्होंने जो विषय लिखा है उसमें वो इन्वेस्टिगेट होना चाहिए कि ये एक्चुअली ट्विटर पोस्ट किसने लिखा था. और वो ट्विटर पोस्ट लिखने के बाद में वो पर्सन कहाँ गया और परमवीर सिंह का नाम क्यों आया उसमें. तो वहां उस समय के मोबाइल टावर लोकेशन से लेके, फोटोग्राफ से लेके, एकता कपूर के उस दिन के पार्टी के जो भी फोटो अवेलेबल है उसको जब इन्वेस्टिगेट करेंगे तो सच बाहर आ जाएगा.
जी सर. जी सर. बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए नीलेश ओझा जी. We will of course continue to closely track more details on that story. Viewers, now we shift our focus to the big story from Jammu and Kashmir. We are tracking the anti-terror operations in the valley in Kathua have entered day 3. More troops have been deployed of the Indian Army. Even the Jammu and Kashmir police chief was on the site of the operation with an AK-47 in his hand. Special forces of the Indian Army along with the National Security Guard and Jammu and Kashmir police are leading this operation from the front. Security forces have found 4 loaded M4 carbine magazine and a lot more. For more on this, I have my colleague Kursirman. Quickly tell us what all has been found. We see it's a joint operation. We have seen the chief of police as well on ground zero.
See, right now we are in the Kathua Sirinagar, and here you will see that the Director General of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, along with the other senior officials, they are reviewing the security here. It's important to mention that there have been n number of instances of the terror that have been reported in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. And as we speak, the Director General of the Jammu and Kashmir Police is reviewing the security along with the top officials of the Jammu and Kashmir Police. Gaurav is showing you the visuals from the ground zero that the top officials are speaking. These visuals are from the area of Hiranagar, where the encounter broke out between the terrorists and the security forces. But after the 3 days of the encounter, the terrorists are still at large. The security forces have recovered a huge cache of arms and ammunition, and rest is being investigated upon by the Jammu and Kashmir Police. But as we speak, the top cop, that is the Nalin Prabhat, the Director General of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, is now speaking to the top officials of the Indian Army. Yes.
Thank you so much, Gursimran Singh, for joining us with those details coming in, the latest coming in from that mega operation in Kathua. Viewers, now, Bangladesh continues to remain on the edge. There's fresh report of turbulence, turmoil surfacing from the country. Battered by an already intensifying political upheaval, Bangladesh is now staring at a possible reverse coup. What we're getting as per reports is that the military's top leadership, including the Army Chief General Wakharuzzaman, held an emergency meeting over concerns surrounding the management of the country. And all this happening while we see that interim government chief was in China. We have a guest joining us live on the broadcast. We have Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, editor of Blitz from Bangladesh, joining us. Mr. Chaudhary, well, we saw what happened when when we saw Sheikh Hasina in China. She cut short a visit and she came back, only that her government was toppled after that. Now we see Muhammad Yunus on a 4-day trip to China, and now there are murmurs of an army coup. We see a meeting happening, sir. What are you picking up?
Thank you very much. You correctly say that when Sheikh Hasina went to China and cut short her visit, and then she was toppled, and Yunus is visiting China to give everything, whatever China wants. He is going there to sell Bangladesh for the sake of remaining in power. But one more thing is very important, that we should know that our army has curbed this regime of Yunus only 3 days ago, that this is not a revolutionary regime. They are a post-coup regime. So they have committed a coup, which is a serious crime under the law of Bangladesh, which is a sedition, and they will be facing death penalty soon. And as far as the Yunus is concerned, it's a completely illegal, illegitimate regime. And I don't think that his mission of whatever he is trying to achieve from China will succeed. I think this is the end game of Yunus, and same way Hasina has to leave Bangladesh following China trip. I think Yunus will be toppled down following his China trip, or even during his China trip.
Mr. Salahuddin, thank you so much for that quick reaction on that story we're tracking from across the border. Now, viewers, shifting focus to down south in Tamil Nadu, where a YouTuber, Savaku Shankar, has accused the state's Congress committee of orchestrating an attack on his residence. Now, this comes after a group of people disguised as sanitary workers, as janitors, stormed into Shankar's house, dumped sewage and human faces inside his house, also threatening his mother and himself. Republic TV gets you this exclusive conversation with the YouTuber on this attack.
Yesterday around 9:45, I started in my vehicle for the office. I saw 2 buses parked in the lane where I am residing. I was wondering what are this vehicle doing in this place. When my vehicle passed that, when my vehicle passed those two buses parked, some people were running behind my car and started pelting stones. I immediately sensed that something is wrong, and I called my mom and asked her not to open the door. When I called her, she said that some people are banging on the door. I cut the call and immediately rang the control room, police control room, and lodged the complaint that some people are attacking my house. After following it up with the police officials, and after 10 minutes, I rang my mom again. By this time, she said that they have broken open the back door of the house and the people have entered, and the people who entered the house snatched the phone from my mom and came in video call to me, and they displayed that just to see what you are doing to your house, and if you are here, we would have burnt you, and I will teach you a lesson, like that. And after some time, this call was cut. And again I called the police officials and said that the attack is going inside the house, and they said that we are traveling, we'll reach the place. And about 40 minutes, after 40 minutes, they reached the place. When I asked that can I come to the place, the police asked me not to come. You just come here only after we give clearance, and they gave clearance after 3 years. And after 3 years, when I went there, I saw the entire house was ransacked, and they have strewn fecal materials and sewage material in the entire house. They have strewn these things.
All right, now absconding self-styled godman Nityananda was expelled by the Bolivian authorities, Bolivian government, along with his disciples, for defrauding indigenous people in the country. More information in this report.
Controversial self-styled godman Nityananda has run into fresh trouble, this time in faraway Bolivia. The absconding godman, who was previously arrested in Karnataka in connection with a sex scandal, is in the crosshairs of Bolivian law. Nityananda is alleged to have defrauded the indigenous communities in Bolivia. It is alleged that the godman entered into a fraudulent land lease agreement with the indigenous people of Bolivia, as part of which he was to pay $108,000 per year in exchange for exclusive resource rights on the leased land. Top sources told Republic that he cut the lease deal to create the United States of Kailasa, a fictitious Hindu nation.
We are indigenous people. Somos personas de paz.
With the scam now exploding, the Bolivian government has stepped in, declaring the land lease agreement as void. The incumbent Bolivian regime has served mandatory departure notices on all Kailasa members, saying it would not allow foreign encroachment on indigenous land. As the lease scam gets bigger, can the controversial godman dodge the law?
And that's all from our side in this edition of 6 Stories at 6.